On the Clarity Windows and Doors Newsline, we say good morning to Steve Cotton, a financial strategist and policy expert, president of Cotton Wealth Management Associates. Talk about the Iran operation and its possible impact on our grocery bills. Are we going to see something like that?
Well, good morning to you and everyone. It's an honor to be on the show again. Yes, we are going to see an impact, I think. When this conflict started about 4 weeks ago, globally, oil and gas supplies were actually plentiful, and the prices were under $100 a barrel. We're now starting to see the early phase of price increases, and I've seen some estimates that the global prices would have to be elevated for $120 to $150 a barrel for 3 to 4 months before it would cause any lasting damage to the U.S. economy. But I think we're now going to start to see a ripple effect, certainly at gas at the pump. We're going to see the price of fertilizer increase because there's a lot of fertilizer chemicals that come through the Gulf on the way to being refined and made into things that farmers can use further. And I think you're going to see a ripple effect through all corners of the consumer goods markets. Any product that's made involving petroleum products.
I think a lot of folks are going to be surprised, too, to learn that how much energy really does affect prices of everything.
Well, it does. You're exactly right. It's surprising to many people how many products involve petrochemicals, pharmaceuticals, packaging, plastics, you name it. And there are the obvious effects you see at the price of the pump, you see in the grocery stores, but then there are the subtle effects that affect packaging, food packaging, all kinds of things, even drug costs. So I don't think this is going to be a long-term problem, but right now, I think the conflict does not show a sign of ending anytime in the immediate future, not in the next week. And I think prices are going to be elevated for a while, but I don't think it'll be 3 to 4 months.
How long do you think?
Well, it's hard to say. There are two problems with the Iran crisis. The first problem is military targeting and eliminating their ability to fire on all of their neighbors. We're rapidly addressing that problem. But the tougher problem, the second piece, though, is a change in the regime. And I think that's going to be a knottier problem to solve. I think we and the Israelis and the pro-democratic forces in Iran will be allied on working that part of the problem, but that's going to be a much more difficult problem than the military problem.
Yeah, as long as there's instability, though, that's going to affect your wallet.
Well, it could. One of the things that's holding up oil prices or causing them to skyrocket is some of the big insurance companies like Lloyd's of London is refusing to write coverage for these tankers. And I think that's more a perception of the risk than the actual military risk. But as long as the Iranians have one drone to send or one missile to fire at shipping in the Gulf, that sort of freezes everybody and creates a huge risk premium for those shippers.
Yeah, Lloyd's of London. See, this is why I always stick with Lloyd's of Lubbock.
Well, they are.
Anybody says that's funny.
Yeah.
Less Frady Cat.
Yeah. Steve Cotton, financial strategist and policy expert, president of Cotton Wealth Management Associates on the Clarity Windows and Doors Newsline. Steve, thanks for coming on.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right.